goal of this project has been to add capability for winged flight to electronic circuit chips, with the idea that those capabilities would allow us to distribute highly functional but miniaturized electronic devices that could sense the environment for disease tracking, population surveillance, maybe monitoring of environmental contamination.
Did you catch that? They're actually admitting that these flying microchips, which are no larger than a grain of sand, will be used for disease monitoring and population surveillance. And you thought the elites were authoritarian during the COVID pandemic.
So the objects that we've created consist of two parts. One is an electronic functional component that has an overall size scale in the range of 1 millimeter. So almost like a tiny grain of sand, but we've integrated with that electronic chip wing structures that form almost what looks like a helicopter. And so as these structures fall through the air, in interaction between the air and those wings cause a rotational motion that creates a very stable, slow falling velocity that allows these structures to interact for extended periods with ambient wind that really enhances the dispersal process, much like seeds do in the biological world. We think we've beaten biology.
The elites are determined to play God and alter the human body. So it's no surprise they think they've beaten biology by developing functional surveillance devices so small that they'll be undetectable to the naked eye. The elites are hell-bent on enslaving us in their techno-communist utopia. Enslaving us via a total surveillance control grid involving flying microchips the size of a grain of sand is only part of the plan. They also want to go under the skin.
We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens, because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds. Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Now, why is data so important? It's important because we've reached the point when we can hack not just computers, we can hack human beings and other organisms. Now, what do you need in order to hack a human being? You need two things. You need a lot of computing power, and you need a lot of data, especially biometric data. But control of data might enable human elites to do something even more radical than just build digital dictatorships. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it. All of life, for 4 billion years, dinosaurs, amoebas, tomatoes, humans, all of life was subject to the laws of natural selection and to the laws of organic biochemistry. But this is now about to change. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent design of some god above the clouds, but our intelligent design and the intelligent design of our clouds, the IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud. These are the new driving forces of evolution. And at the same time, science may enable life, after being confined for 4 billion years to the limited realm of organic compounds, science may enable life to break out into the inorganic realm. Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. Free will, that's over.
That's over.
Over. Today, we have the technology to hack human beings on a massive scale. Yeah, I mean, everything is being digitalized. Everything is being monitored. In this time of crisis, you have to follow science. It's often said that you should never allow a good crisis to go to waste, because a crisis is an opportunity to also do good reforms that in normal times people will never agree to. But in a crisis, you see, we have no chance. So let's do it.
Vaccine won't help us go
the
to
vaccine
the test, of course.
will help us, of course. It will make things, more manageable. Surveillance. People could look back in 100 years and identify the coronavirus epidemic as the moment when a new regime of surveillance took over, especially surveillance under the skin, which I think is maybe the most important development of the 21st century, is this ability to hack human beings, to go under the skin, collect biometric data, analyze it, and understand people better than they understand themselves. This, I believe, is maybe the most important event of the 21st century. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it.
Natural selection is replaced by intelligent design. The era of inorganic life is now beginning.
In the coming decades, AI and biotechnology will give us godlike abilities to re-engineer life and even to create completely new life forms. We are about to enter a new era of inorganic life shaped by intelligent design. Our intelligent design.
A patent granted to Bill Gates awarded the self-appointed World Health Czar the exclusive right to computerize human bodies and use them as local wireless networks. The human body is a vibrating, throbbing, pulsing gateway of tubes and tunnels, filled with electrolytes and all capable of transmitting information. The lifeblood of the internet and the 21st century.
-82.
This is the one. 15 paces. I told you. Just look around and you'll...
Distance in meters, 3.98. Look at that.
Oh, here we go. I told you. I was right.
All right. Now just
distance to meters, 3.98. So this yid is probably... This yid is 4 meters, or about, 4 meters underground.
Yo. Now just so the fact checkers can't fucking say nothing, right? We've got a special treatment, okay? So what we've got, because they were complaining, we went earthing on Faraday cage shield. Okay, no problem. We've got a bit of wire here, so we're going to stick that right in the ground, okay? Put the alligator clip on.
Yo, I got it. Okay, you can see it very clearly. Distance in meters, 3.98. But yeah, 3.98 meters. So this is basically 4 meters underground, and we have a Faraday cage, and it is completely grounded. It's completely grounded.
And we're getting Bluetooth emissions.
Completely grounded. So we have literally confirmed right now that this person is broadcasting Bluetooth with a Faraday cage blocking Bluetooth emissions.
We've got another one here at -62.
And it could only come around, it could only have happened from underground. We're literally in a cemetery right now. Literally, bro. Literally. I gotta stop saying that.
And we've got all these Bluetooth MAC addresses.
These are unidentified MAC addresses. Unidentified.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20.
Hey guys, you gotta check this out. Okay, this guy is literally inside a cemetery with a Tesla, and his radar is showing kids and people nearby walking and riding bikes, playing and stuff, as if he's driving through a park. Is this the Cove IDs on the dead bodies that didn't get cremated?
Now it's emerged that Gates' Microsoft was granted exclusive rights to this ability of the body to act as a computer network. If this sounds too much like science fiction, then you're welcome to check it out for yourself. Microsoft was awarded US patent 6,754,472, which is titled Method and Apparatus for Transmitting Power and Data Using the Human Body. It really should be science fiction. Did anybody consult you about whether you're willing to hand over the exclusive rights to your body to Bill Gates? Of course, the answer is no. But Gates doesn't care. According to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Gates has a godlike willingness to experiment with the lives of lesser humans. Kennedy Jr. goes on to warn that Bill Gates has used his money to systematically purchase powers exceeding, in some respects, those wielded by presidents, and is using these powers to experiment on human beings like guinea pigs. If you don't want to be a guinea pig, you have to educate yourself about the plans of the elite and make plans to exit their matrix of control. Civil liberties groups have also expressed outrage over Gates' move to patent the human body. Body parts, in this case skin, should not be in any way patentable, said Jim Thomas of the ETC group, which monitors developments in technology. There are big questions here about whether individuals will be able to refuse this technology if it's used in, for example, tracking devices. Whatever you do, don't underestimate these people.
200 years, to give a conservative estimate, there won't be Homo sapiens on planet Earth.
200 years?
200 years, and I think this is a conservative estimate.
Wow.
Maybe even 100 years. It's not that we'll destroy ourselves in some calamity. Much more likely, we will use advanced technology, biotechnology, nanotechnology, direct brain-computer interfaces to upgrade Homo sapiens into different kinds of beings, beings which are different from us, much more than we are different from Neanderthals, beings which will have different bodies, different minds, different brains. I mean, the big products of the coming century will not be shoes or clothes or cars or weapons. The big product of the 21st century are going to be bodies and minds. So I think we are heading towards the upgrading of Homo sapiens into gods. The people who believe in natural selection, I think they're obviously right about the past. But the people who believe in intelligent design, they are right about the future. The future of life belongs to intelligent design, but the designers, the intelligent designers, will not be some gods above the clouds. We are going to be the intelligent designers of the future of life in the universe.
Hacking human beings, the ability to hack humans, to understand deeply what's happening within you, what makes you go. And for that, the most important data is not what you read and who you meet and what you buy, it's what's happening inside your body. So we had these two big revolutions, the computer science revolution, or the infotech revolution, and the revolution in the biological sciences. And they are still separate, but they are about to merge. They are merging around, I would say, the biometric sensor. It's the thing, it's the gadget, it's the technology that converts biological data into digital data that can be analyzed by computers. And having the ability to really monitor people under the skin, this is the biggest game changer of all. Because this is the key for getting to know people better than they know themselves. I often give the example from my own personal life, that I realized I was gay only when I was 21. And I keep thinking about the time when I was 15, 16, how could I have missed it? You know, something so important about myself should have been obvious, but I didn't know. Now, today, or in 5 or 10 years, any algorithm of Microsoft or Amazon or the government would be able to know such a thing when I'm 12 or 13, just by monitoring what's happening in my body, what's happening to my eyes when let's say I see a boy and a girl walking on the beach. Where do my eyes focus? So this is the crucial revolution, and COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. The WEF are determined to join Bill Gates in experimenting on you and your family. Conveniently, just this week, the FDA changed the law so that informed consent is no longer necessary for clinical trials. Could they make their intentions any more obvious? It's time to break free from the shackles imposed on us by the global elite and defeat their plans for techno-communist transhumanism before it's too late.
All right, everyone, thanks for coming to help raise money to stop shaming and put hamsters through college. What'd he say? And now a woman who knows about shaming firsthand, supermodel Gigi Hadid.
All right, everyone enjoying themselves? How's that filet mignon?
Go ahead.
You know, we're all here for a really important reason. Because everyone should have
Randy,
a safe
we've got a
space
problem.
wherever
What?
they go.
Reality's
But
here.
of course,
He's trying to
that
crash the
takes a lot
party.
of effort,
Reality?
a lot of resources.
Who let him in?
All
Shit!
I know is that with your donations to
Nice wine, huh? What do you think of that? You know what I think of your pretty flowers? There you go. How do you like that?
All right, buddy, let's go.
I shit on all of you.
Seagal?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Give me that, you stupid bitch. What a lovely charity event. I suppose you're all feeling pretty good about yourselves, hmm? What have you done? You've raised $300 by spending $500,000 on filet mignon and crystal glasses. Look at you, Vin dipshit. You say fat shaming is wrong, so in response you show off your abs. You're the one fat shaming, idiot! What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled lives for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. Fuck you. You're all pricks. And I've got news for you. While you've all been sitting here trying to feel good, the little boy who sucked all your shit is about to die from it.
What?
Brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Pfizer.
CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer.
Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer.
ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer.
CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start. Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron Burnett Out Front. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Literally everything you see on any mainstream media source, be it news, Netflix, billboards, magazines, YouTube videos, advertisements, or cable TV shows, are controlled and deliberately released to provoke certain reactions from you and everyone else. Virtually everything your mind is consuming. Through this, they are able to control the global conversation. Whatever the media cartel is talking about, we assume everyone else is talking about it. Through the use of repetition, the opinions they present to us we think are everyone else's opinions, or at least the majority.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarmingly, some media publish these stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 The majority of these media platforms are there for nothing more than to parrot whatever message is demanded by the biggest contributor.
Amazon has transformed its operations in response to COVID-19 to protect employees and keep packages flowing.
The company is keeping its employees safe and healthy while still delivering those packages to your doorstep. The company is keeping its employees safe. Keeping its employees safe. The company is keeping its employees safe. Millions of Americans staying at home are relying on Americans staying at home. Amazon.
that is how it works.
The Oscar winners give a press conference and how to buy a sailboat.
I guess my feeling at this point in time is maybe we need to be completely a little bit more scary for the public.
Especially with the Delta variant, which is the hardiest and most contagious variant we've seen to date. We need all the...
We now return to the Scooby-Doo murder file.
Thanks to you kids, we now know the virus is a hoax.
They included flu, pneumonia, and other infections to boost the numbers.
Let's find out who is really behind it all.
Like President Trump is definitely behind one of these phantoms.
Xi Jinping?
Dr. Fauci?
Like I thought doctors were supposed to help people, not scare them.
Microsoft's Bill Gates?
Not only a computer guy, he's a notorious vaccine pusher who wants to reduce the world's population.
I get it. So Bill Gates wanted to vaccinate everyone after Fauci convinced them there was a deadly disease outbreak. That's diabolical.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
You're right, Scoob. We're dealing with one sick son of a bitch.
Don't worry, kids. These globalists won't get away with their pandemic hoax this time. Where they're going, they'll be locked up for a long good while in the big house.
Yeah. Better than a rock round at home. Zoinks!
How'd you find this place? Yashu? Hey, wait. What? How did you learn how to talk? Yashu?
Yashu.net. Start reading. Okay, so the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes, and people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. I threw the script away. I mean, who's gonna believe that crazy idea?
So, roll camera. One take one. Here we go, and action! Okay.
V for Vendetta Beats Production.
Giant club, and Joshua ain't in it. And they just want to keep the people dumb enough to not know that bandwidth is cheap, practically free, and keep you only grouped into these small little platforms like Odyssey, BitChute, and DLive, owned by China, just so they can control every single little narrative and aspect of your lives. And that's not all. They're coming for your followers. They're coming for your subscribers. They're going to take everybody that you once tried to enlighten. And there's no end to it. It's just to keep wasting your money and your time. That way you can stay distracted while they crush you by the year 2030. Hey.
We're coming for them.
Yeah, they, them.
That's who.
Yeah.
We're coming for your children.
I mean, that's English, right? They literally sang it. They fucking sang it right there. That's clear, plain as day. We're coming for your children. This is gaslighting to the fucking fullest. Let's go
That's
through it
all
again.
he can do. Controversy sells, and that's the only way they can get views.
God,
By acting like you're going to have an aneurysm every episode.
I want the world to see this. This better get millions of fucking views tonight, because this is insane.
We're coming for them. We're coming for your children.
And what do you mean they're coming after the kids? Everyone that
Who's
goes to these
they?
hospitals, there
Who's
is
they?
no operation allowed in America.
How the fuck can you grin? How the fuck can you grin?
I gotta go back to America. I gotta go get ready for the bomb. Osama bin Laden getting ready to bomb. Osama bin Laden getting ready to bomb. America, you better watch out.
Now, in the United States, people should not be walking around with masks. You're sure of it? Because people are listening really closely to this. Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often, there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face. And can you get some schmutz sort of staying inside there? Of course, of course. But when you think masks, you should think of healthcare providers needing them and people who are ill.
You also want those for you?
Wie sieht's denn aus mit der Badstraße?
Was mit der?
Welcome.